when we are discussing about volume of 3D shapes, sometimes we have to find the volume of an object which is inscribed in another 3D object. So for example, in this question, a cone with the base radius of 4 units and the height of 10 units is inscribed, which means it's inside a sphere. So we have to find the volume of the sphere. As you see, we don't have any pictures in this question, so we have to create that. So let's say we have a sphere and we don't know the volume or the radius of the sphere, and so this is my sphere, and we have a cone inscribed in a sphere, so in this sphere. So we have to sketch the cone, which would be something like this. This is going to be my cone inside the sphere. So what do we have? We have the radius of the base of the cone, which is 4. So that means this one is 4. And we have the height of the cone, which is 10. Okay, now we know that from the center of the base of the cone, if you go straight up, you have to pass a point which is the center of the sphere. So, and you know that from the center of sphere to any point on the sphere is going to be the radius. So I know that from this point to this point it's r, the radius of the sphere. And so as a result, the whole line segment here is 10 and this part is r, so that means this part is going to be I'm going to write it like this. This part is going to be 10, which is from here to here, minus from this point to that point, minus r. So basically this is 10 and then this is, this is 10, this is r, so this small part is going to be 10 minus r. The other thing is that I have to sketch one more line or line segment, and that line segment is going to be this one. As you see, this line segment starts from the center of the sphere, goes to a point on the surface of the sphere. So that means this line segment is r as well. So now, and you know that this angle here is 90 degrees, so as a result I have a right triangle. So I'm going to sketch that right triangle outside my picture. So I know that this side is 4, this small one is 10 minus r, and then the hypotenuse is r. So if you remember the Pythagorean theorem, you can use that formula to find the value of r, and from there we can find the volume of the sphere. So I would just have a quick review on the Pythagorean theorem. It was a squared equals b squared plus c squared, as you know. So if I apply that to this triangle, I will have r squared equals 10 minus r squared plus 4 squared. Now you have to solve this equation for r and find the value of r, which is very easy, because if I expand this bracket, it's going to be the first one square, which is 100, minus the 2 times the first one times the second one. So 2 times 10 is 20, times r is going to be 20r. Or the other way, I'm using basically this formula, a plus b, or let's say a minus b, because you have minus here. A minus b squared was a squared minus 2ab plus b squared. I'm using that formula. But if you don't know that one, you can repeat two times this bracket beside each other, and then do the simple one by one multiplication. So, and then after that I have b squared, which is going to be r squared plus, that is 16. 4 to the power of 2 is going to be 16. Okay, now as you see, the r squares are gone from each side of the equation, and I can bring this one to the left side. So I have positive 20r equals 116. So all I have to do is dividing both sides by 20 to get the value of r. So at the end, r is going to be 116 divided by 20, which is going to be 58, 5.8. 5.8 is the value of r. Okay, now how can I find the volume of the sphere? You have to just plug it into the formula. What was the formula of the volume of the sphere? I'm going to write it here. The volume of the sphere was 4 over 3 pi r cubed. So basically all you have to do to find the final answer is substituting this number into the equation that you have here. So the answer is going to be v is equal to 4 over 3 pi and then 5.8 cubed. So if you use your calculator to evaluate or to calculate this expression here, at the end you will get, I'm using my calculator, and it says 816.9, close to 9 if you do one decimal. So the final answer is not exact because pi is an irrational number, but the final answer should be around this number that I wrote here.